So relief pitchers, the old school was never show emotion, but it's definitely shifted. The emotion you showed the other night, what is that adrenaline release like after you get through that inning?
I mean, you're just trying to get through it. It's a 4-run game. I kind of threw that ball away. It made it worse than it was. I'm not a big emotion guy, so it's kind of out of character for me, so much so that Foley had some good fun with it. But I don't know. You're grinding out there. You're fighting. You're trying to help the team win, do your job. And, I was excited I got out of it.
And what was it? I mean, each of these games obviously are important where you guys are in the pennant race, but it doesn't really get bigger. ESPN national game, Yankee Stadium, Mets Yankees. How do you try to keep calm coming out of the pen?
I don't know, man. You have your routine, you have your process, you trust your stuff, you just kind of go out there and try and attack it. And it helps if you kind of know your job going into the game, right? You look at the score, you kind of figure out where you got to get the team to, and it's doing whatever you have to do to accomplish that.
You also take a look at this Mets season. 32 pitchers have been used. Jeremy Hefner has to learn a lot of guys on the fly. What has he meant to you? What has he learned about you, and what has he helped you with?
I mean, Heth, even going into spring training, I just signed in the off season. I'd obviously never been around, he gave me a call and we kind of talked through everything that I do, what I was trying to do, what they would have liked me to do. And obviously he's a great guy, he's very knowledgeable, and he's just kind of helped me feel welcome and calm and, make me feel like a part of the team. So that's been really helpful from him, helped me feel comfortable.
Obviously 32 pitchers, it means a lot of injuries, a lot of moving parts, and it's, it's almost like an epidemic in baseball. As a pitcher, what do you think the reason is? I mean,
I don't know. I don't have that answer. I mean, guys are throwing harder now. I mean, I know routines are better, everything's better, food's better, supplements, everything across the board. I don't know. I think guys have maximized, kind of what the human body can do at some extent, and maybe the way they're attacking and approaching it, I'm not really sure.
It's interesting because it's even at the 15, 16, 17 year. I mean, there are kids in high school that are getting Tommy John these days.
I mean, when I was in high school, kids were getting Tommy John too, but it just seems like, the amount of guys throwing 95 in high school now compared to when I was in high school, ages ago, is significantly different. There's so many more guys throwing so hard at such a young age before their bodies are developed, so maybe that has something to do with them at a younger age.
And lastly, the Mets have a whole science division. They also have a mental health coach. This is a tough week for a lot of players that might be trading. Trading deadlines coming. Have you had talks with the mental health coach, and what have they helped you through?
Nothing as far as anything we're actively trying to address, but obviously we talk to VO and just try and have a relationship with him in case there ever is a time where I feel like I think there's something they can help me work through, or just different strategies to approach the game. So just keeping an open line of communication, trying to build a relationship so the trust is there.